Welcome to day 5 of the Ben Greenfield Quest. Now, today you're going to be focusing on your cardiovascular fitness, on your mitochondrial density, and on your stamina. Now, these are 3 very important parameters for ensuring that your heart and your lungs and your bloodstream are all going to be in perfect working order for the rest of your life. Each of the parameters that I've chosen for this quest are based on the research that shows what really confers longevity. Now, in addition to that, each of these practices that you're about to discover is extremely potent and effective at reducing your body fat levels. So you're also going to get the bonus of enhanced beauty along with longevity when we focus on the cardiovascular parameters that you're about to discover. Now, the first parameter is cardio fitness. This is often equated with what is called VO2 max, or maximum oxygen utilization. Think of it this way. Cardio fitness, or VO2 max, or maximum oxygen utilization, is simply A, how much air you can actually breathe in, your lung capacity more or less. B, how much blood your heart can pump throughout your body. And C, how capable your muscle tissue is of extracting that oxygen from the blood as it rushes past. If you're able to increase each of those 3 variables, then your cardio fitness is going to be maximized. Now, in addition to cardio fitness, we're also going to be focusing on the tiny little organelles in your cells called the mitochondria. Now, although they're tiny, you actually would not survive unless these mitochondria were present, and there's a host of growing research, a growing body of research that shows that your mitochondrial health and your mitochondrial density is directly correlated to your longevity. And as a matter of fact, many chronic diseases, from cancer to diabetes to Alzheimer's and beyond, can be linked to poorly functioning mitochondria. And so this second component, mitochondrial density, is incredibly important for your longevity. Now, it's the way that your body actually takes things like oxygen and nutrients and calories and generates actual ATP, your body's energy currency. Now, mitochondrial density is best achieved by doing very short, hard, what are called high-intensity efforts separated by long recovery periods. Now, finally, our third component of cardio fitness is stamina. There are many people who actually have pretty good maximum oxygen utilization and pretty good mitochondrial density, but who don't have that ability to be able to tap into the human body's ancestral ability to be able to simply go for long periods of time. See, our ancestors would have had the need to hunt or fish or gather or garden for long periods of time, sometimes in the absence of having a granola bar or a giant bag of trail mix to munch on the entire time. So I define stamina as the ability to be able to go for long periods of time, and even more specifically, to be able to go for long periods of time while burning your own fat as a fuel. So those are the 3 main components of day number 5, your cardio fitness, your mitochondrial density, and your stamina. So here are the main practices that you'll want to prioritize as we move into day 5. First of all, you'll want to continue to focus on your strength to muscle mass ratio, and you'll also want to continue to focus on your muscular endurance. In addition to that, we're going to throw a few more things in. First of all, you're going to do a high-intensity interval training session every 6 weeks. Now, this specific session is designed to be a little bit longer. Research on cardio fitness, which remember we also can define as maximum oxygen utilization or VO2 max, reveals that the sweet spot for improving this parameter is about 4 to 6 efforts of around 4 to 6 minutes in duration with 4 to 6 minutes of rest. Now, if you do the math, that's a relatively long, high-intensity interval training workout. I don't necessarily want you to begin doing that 1 or 2 times a week or even every other week. Instead, we're just going to throw that in once over a 6-week period of time so that you can really see what it feels like to do a good maximum oxygen utilization cardio fitness workout. You'll also be targeting the stamina component by once every 2 weeks going out and doing a longer endurance-based effort. And then finally, for mitochondrial density and also the added benefit of simply spinning a few dials in your brain and getting engaged in a new activity, you're going to be choosing and playing a sport of your choice every 2 weeks. All right, are you ready for your assignments for day 5? Here we go. First of all, you're going to want to map out a route that's a daily walking route for you. For me, it's an old farm road back behind my house. I know that it takes me precisely 15 minutes to walk to the end of that road and 15 minutes back, and no matter how tired I am at the end of the day, that's my daily walking route that takes no cognitive willpower for me. I just point and go. Now, you'll also want to find a route that you can use for your stamina. This might be a longer hike, a more beautiful trail, something you may have to drive to or take a little bit longer period of time to hunt down, somewhere where you can go out and you can hike or trek or walk for a longer period of time. And then finally, you'll want what I call a HIIT sprint route, somewhere where you can go out and do a high intensity interval training routine. For me, it's my driveway. My driveway is about 100 meters long, and I know if I run from my mailbox up to my front door and make that my sprint route for a series of sprint intervals, it works out just perfectly as an accessible sprint route for me. So you'll want to find something similar near you that you can use for your HIIT sprint route. Now, the second thing that you want to do is find and join a local group sport or individual sport that you can engage in. For example, for me, I've got a Wednesday night tennis league that I can go to and a Saturday morning cardio tennis. I also occasionally jump into a local noon basketball game at my YMCA on a Tuesday or a Thursday. So I've got a couple of different options that I can use for group sporting activities. If you don't have time to join up with a group, you can always find something you can do on your own that you don't have to rely on other people's schedules for. That might be something as simple as a frisbee golf course or something like a regular golf course, somewhere you can just go off by yourself and engage in a sport that challenges your brain and your body simultaneously. So that's your task. Go out and find a way for you to engage in a group or an individual sport on a once every 2 weeks basis.